All right, folks, and we are back. We're the McLean County Sports Network, and we started a new stream for the boys' game tonight. We're going to start doing that on boy-girl doubleheaders more. We're going to have the girls' game, and then in the 20-minute break in between games, rather than just having dead air, we are going to have a break, and then we're going to have a fresh stream for the boys' game. We're currently in introductions. Starting for your McLean County Cougars, number 2, Jacob Clark, number 25, Braden Bishop, number 32, Isaac Springer, number 35, Logan Patterson, and number 3, Trey Englehart. I'm Heath Hicks. Alongside me is Matthew Miller. Matthew, we saw an exciting game early on between the girls. Kind of a heartbreaking loss for our Lady Cougars, but one they can definitely build on after a couple of tough losses. And we're looking forward to a lot of excitement in this one, as both of these teams are 2 of the top 5 teams in the region, according to Homers. I like to think that in this region, you have 3 of the top 5 teams in the entire region actually play in our district. So without further ado, here we go. Ball is up. Logan Patterson tipping for McLean County. And Ohio County, no, McLean County will control it. Trey Englehart was able to stay on this side of the court and get it over to Jacob Clark. Braden Bishop doubled up top. He gets it over to Isaac Springer. And Ohio County coming out with intense pressure as McLean County battles, gets it to Patterson for 2 points. And McLean County is on the board first.
And the Cougars boys team off to a hot start 3-0, but I still don't think I've seen them play a complete game together as a team. And it'll be exciting to see what they can do when they do that, as they started 3-0. And hopefully that's what we see from them tonight. There's miss 3 by Manning, rebound by Springer. And one thing I noticed whenever the Eagles were introducing their starters is that Lewis is not starting for the Eagles. As I think he started even as a freshman, and he's been starting a long time for them.
Yeah, Lewis not as productive. Jacob Clark for 3, off the mark, tipped out of bounds, and they're going to say it's going to stay with the Cougars. And, Trey Lewis has been a staple for Ohio County over the last couple of years. And talking to Jacob Clark, his miscommunication right there, Isaac Springer is able to save it back to Logan Patterson, who drives and scores 2 points. Logan Patterson, McLean County on top here early, 4-0. But not even the starting lineup tonight is Trey Lewis. Trip Manning is a name to keep, somebody to keep an eye on. He's the number 1 point guard for Ohio County. Very good player. He does a little bit of everything out of that point guard position. As trying to get inside, Ohio County dribbles it off his foot. That's Shane Frady, and senior big man, and it's going to go McLean County's way.
And Frady was 6th man last year for the Eagles, and after graduating Vanover, he's stepping into that starting forward spot. And Frady was a big 6th man for them last year, and he offered some valuable minutes for the Eagles.
Definitely, as Logan Patterson misses a quick jumper, and Ohio County's back the other way. Quick shot by Ohio County, no good. Rebound, Logan Patterson. He gets it over to Isaac Springer. He's going to push it ahead to Braden Bishop. He's going to get it back out top to Patterson. 4-3. Off the mark, no good. Battle for the rebound goes to Ohio County. And fast break. Patterson tips it. And dunk attempt missed. And that was number 28, who tried to slam it home, looking for their numbers. 25. Elijah Decker tried to slam it home. Decker is just a freshman on this team. He had a lot of minutes as an 8th grader last season, and tried to jam that one through.
I noticed he looked like a new face. I guess he played last year as an 8th grader, but
he did, and he's a good-sized kid.
I didn't recognize him as he came out of in the starting lineup. Maybe he had grown since last year, and that's why I couldn't recognize him.
Yeah, freshman, standing about 6'5" tall, really plays a wing position. There's another turnover for Ohio County. Jacob Clark converted on the 2-point basket on McLean County's side. McLean County in the driver's seat here early on, had full court pressure picked up by Ohio County. McLean County's going to have to rush a little bit to get it across, get it over, and skip pass. Dangerous pass there by Englehart. Tipped out of bounds by Trip Manning. It's going to stay on McLean County's side of the court here as we have our first substitution of the night. That's number 22, Brandon Davis, enters the game, as well as
number 2, Trey Lewis.
Number 2, Trey Lewis, who's still trying to to pick things up for the Eagles out of that guard spot. Inbound to Isaac Springer, gets it up top, point guard Braden Bishop. Bishop, a very good distributor of the ball, he's shown over the years. So gets it over to Jacob Clark. You have Trey Englehart. Isaac Springer gets in the middle, tries to force something inside to Patterson. Ball's tipped away, and we're going the other way. Manning up the court quickly on the left side, picked up by Bishop. Back, three-point attempt is no good. That was Hunter Ferris on the attempt. McLean County coming the other way. And tip pass inside to Patterson. It is good. 2 points.
And Patterson starting out hot early with 6 points.
6 points.
6 points off, I think that's 5 shots.
Logan Patterson coming to this game averaging about 25 points a game and right around 10 rebounds. So picking up where he left off, they're going to call a foul there on Braden Bishop. Looked to be a clean tip from behind. There must be been a little bit of a hand check there. And that's Manning, who will be going to the line to shoot 2 for the Ohio County Eagles.
Anytime you attempt to block from behind, even if you do come up with all ball, the ref will have a tendency to call that a foul.
Exactly.
Although I think that probably should have been a jump ball there as it went back into Manning's lap, and that's usually the call when that happens.
Or maybe a no call even, as Ohio County's on the board. Manning hits 1 of 2. And again, Ohio County coming out with that heavy defensive pressure as McLean County breaks the press quickly. Logan Patterson gets it to Braden Bishop. He pulls up, long 2-point attempt, no good. Offensive rebound by Trey Englehart. Tipped, looked to be some contact there. Logan Patterson picks up the loose ball. He gets back out to Braden Bishop, who will reset the offense. And looked to be some contact by Ohio County on Englehart's attempt. Jacob Clark passing up a wide open 3-point opportunity. Not common
that would
for
have been
the senior. Jacob set the single season record for 3-point baskets made last season as Logan Patterson with the finger roll. It is good. And with that, Tony Hopper and the Ohio County Eagles are going to call a timeout here with 3:49 to play in the first quarter. Your Cougars lead the Ohio County Eagles 10-1 here at McLean County High School. We're the McLean County Sports Network. We appreciate very much the support of Buck Creek Baptist Church this season, and they are sponsoring this game. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back. All right, folks, and we are back. Hot start for McLean County as they've jumped out to a 10-1 lead here in the opening minutes of the first quarter. As Ohio County goes inside, 2-point basket, and out of that timeout, Tony Hopper drew up good play to get some points on the board for the Eagles. Jacob Clark receives a long pass. Floater is up, no good. Long rebound, Trey Englehart gets back out to Braden Bishop. Reset the offense here. 3:17 to play in the first quarter. Bishop picks up his dribble on the right wing, trying to look inside, can't find anything. Gets it back out to Jake Clark up top. Clark guarded closely by Manning, tries to back tip. Manning getting well out on the guards. It's going to open some stuff up in the middle. They can. Jacob Clark dribbling. Gives it back over to Braden Bishop. Very patient as Trey Englehart from the free throw line. It is good.
And just how you're talking about, that's going to open stuff up in the middle, and then Englehart hits a jump shot from the free throw line.
And that's been his money spot early on this year as he hit a couple of elbow jumpers the other night at the Sports Center. 3-point attempt, no good by Ohio County. Rebound, Jacob Clark, and he's pushing. Goes right up the gut, decides to clear it back out. Dangerous pass. Back to Trey Englehart from the free throw line. It is good.
And speaking of Trey Englehart at the Sports Center, I was really impressed by that game by him. I scored a lot more than he usually does, I think. And I think he had 14 or something, and usually he is a role player and doesn't get in the double digits. But a great scoring performance by him last game.
Exactly. 3-point attempt, no good.
Air ball
by
Titchener, and here's Clark on a fast break.
Outlet and perfect pass by Patterson, finished off by Jacob Clark, and the Cougars are rolling early here, folks.
16-3 with That is 1 minute and 40 seconds left in the first quarter. That's Manning for three, no good. Rebound Springer, and here come the Cougars.
Gets it out to Braden Bishop. Looked inside. Some daylight to Patterson. Gets it. Foul. Almost and one. He's going to go to the line, shoot two. But I'm sure Coach Lynham couldn't be more happy with the way his Cougars have come out to play here tonight. But we got to stay within ourselves. This is very early. Ohio County's a very talented ball team. And you know they're going to make a push here before too long. We just got to continue playing with type of pace and the energy we are right now.
And as well as Ohio County can shoot the three, it's you never get comfortable with any lead against them.
No, they're one of those teams, if they get hot, they can put points on the board in a hurry. His first free throw by Patterson is no good. And if there's one criticism to Logan Patterson's game you can make this season, it's his free throw shooting. As he's never been an outstanding free throw shooter, shot about 58% last season. This season he's had many trips to the line, and just trying to get more consistent there. As the second one rims out. So 0 for 2 from the line for Logan Patterson. Here comes the Ohio County Eagles. Drive, and ball knocked around in there. No look pass.
That's
dangerous. It was picked up. Number 15, Grant Tincher drives, kicks over. That's number 5.
That's Renfro for three, no good. And here comes Springer the other way.
Springer.
Being chased down, the layup is good.
2-point basket for Isaac Springer. Quickly up court is Ohio County, and they finish it off as well.
And I
got to get back on those quick scores to eliminate the opportunity for that type of play. As Jacob Clark lines up a three, just short. And that was Grant Titchener with the rebound. Knocked away by Isaac Springer. Turnover forced by McLean County here as we have about 40 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Braden Bishop brings it across the half-court line. Ooh, high dribble right there. Glad there was no call. Springer gets it back out as the trap was coming to the corner. Jacob Clark cannot handle the pass by Bishop.
I don't think he was on the same page there. He wasn't expecting it.
He's a little frustrated. A little frustration for Clark.
Dame will check in for...
Dame's going to come in for Patterson, give him a little breather here at the end of the first quarter.
And Mims for Bishop. And I like the way Mims has played so far this season. A scrappy defender and great at creating his own shots and shots for other people.
Yeah, his defensive intensity is very good. As Titchener pulls up from 10, knocks it down. It's Grant Titchener, one of the leading scorers on Ohio County's team. Him and Manning do a lot, as well as Decker. As Springer and Mims work to get it across.
Yeah,
there's going to be a foul right there. A lot of hands involved. They didn't like that call on the Ohio County side, but you just can't do that.
Culbertson on the foul, and Patterson will check in for Englehart and Bishop for Mims.
So just a quick blow for both of those guys. Brady Dame in the game. And Brady bulked up a lot this season, played football. Because of that, and because of the late run, or the deep run for McLean County, there's a foul called on the play on the floor.
Yeah.
Honestly, there was a lot of action there, but I don't know how much contact there was. But anyway, that foul's going to be called on the floor. That's the Ohio County's third team foul tonight. Here with about 2.4 seconds to play, gets it out to Patterson. He's going to pull up. Foot was on the line. It is no good. No call there on the play. And at the end of one, your Cougars lead the visiting Ohio County Eagles 18-7 here at McLean County High School. We're going to take a quick break, and we want to thank our sponsor, Buck Creek Baptist Church, for sponsoring tonight's game as well as the rest of the games for this season with the McLean County Sports Network, and we will be right back.
And we are back. Your Cougars are leading in this district matchup against Ohio County. They are leading 18-7 at the start of the second quarter, and you like the hot start you see by the Cougars there.
Definitely good to see a lot of our guys really into it early on both sides of the ball. As Ohio County's Brady misses, and he's going to be
Dame
called
takes a charge.
For the charge. Brady Dame stuck in there, took the hit, and we were talking about Brady Dame just a moment ago. He's still trying to get his footing a little bit this season after playing football. The football team, with their deep run into the playoffs, historic run into the playoffs, it was late before Brady actually made it out onto the basketball floor, and he's still got a ways to go. Probably won't be in full basketball form, as you can see right there with a silly turnover. And Ohio County's back pushing. Dame with the defense, and the putback by Frady right there.
And ever since the Eagles implemented this full-court press, it's caused a little bit of problems for the Cougars. But it looks like Brady Dame will get an open block shot there. Good pass by Clark. And that's 2 points for the Cougars. Cougars lead 11, 20-9.
Decker out top, number 25, gets it over to Manning, number 1, beats Bishop off the dribble. Bishop recovers, able to knock it out of his hands before he's able to do anything with it. One of the rare times you'll see somebody beat Bishop off the bounce, but he was able to recover.
Good job by Bishop to hit that ball out of bounds before he was able to go up for a shot.
Definitely. Ball is inbounded and gotten back out into the hands of Lewis, number 2. Kicks it over to Manning on the wing. And he's able to get into the lane. Ball is knocked away. They're going to call a foul on Jacob Clark.
I didn't see that one. It looked like the guy went to swing the ball around him and hit him in the head with the ball. I don't see how that's a foul, but that's what it'll be called.
I have to agree with you. I'm not sure about that one. Regardless, we're in an okay spot right here. Ball's knocked away by Brady Dame, and here comes another foul. And again, these hand-checky fouls. It's hard to see from our vantage point just how much of hands and arms our defenders are getting. But look like pretty good defensive plays for the most part as Brady Dame, risky move. Kind of got lucky right there as McLean able to get back and reset their defense. Manning over on the wing, number 1. He probes, he drives, he kicks. Frady with the pump fake, and his 2-point basket is good.
And you saw Dame careful not to get a foul there, as he probably could have had a good attempt at a block.
Yeah, as Logan Patterson quickly up, kind of lost the ball as he went up for that lay-in, and here comes Ohio County.
Oh, okay.
So that's one thing with this type of defense. That Ohio County's putting out there, this heavy pressure.
Big block by Brady Dame. Frady recovers and is able to hit the shot there.
Strong recovery right there by number 21, Shane Frady. And with that, Coach Lyman is going to call a timeout. Yeah, Frady's very intense right there at the end of that play. A lot of energy, a lot of emotion, and the referee's going to calm him down. It's going to be a 30-second timeout by Coach Lyman. We're just going to sit here and talk for a minute. But as I was saying, with this full court pressure defense that Ohio County is putting out there, it really speeds up the tempo of the game as a whole. We can break that pressure and get opportunities at the basket, but forcing turnovers, and if we miss on those fast break opportunities, Ohio County can come back and get into their offense very quickly. It bodes well for a lot of points scored, as Ohio County early on in this season has been able to put some points on the board. Scored 77 up at Meade County in their first game, and then 64 against Hancock a week ago. So quickly up the court comes McLean County. Logan Patterson from the free throw line, no good. Tipped by Jacob Clark, but Ohio County gets it. And see, those types of possessions have to drive Coach Lyman crazy, as the first 3-point basket for Ohio County falls. And McLean County's lead is quickly cut to 4 as there's a turnover. And
Ohio County's back in this game.
McLean County has to settle down a little bit here in this type of situation. that intensity they played with early on was good for a little while, but they have to stay within themselves. Right now, that kind of energy is going the other way and is actually being negative as Manning gets into the lane, kicks over, and Ohio County will get it back out top to Lewis. Hunter Ferris drives into the lane, stopped by Trey Englehart. Good defense right there by Trey. 3-point basket is good by Lewis. And so this is a 1-point ball game, folks. McLean County breaks the press. Springer gets it inside to Logan Patterson, unable to handle the pass, goes off his foot and out of bounds.
And Coach Lynham will take a full timeout as the momentum is swung back the other way here in favor of Ohio County.
Yeah, 4:46 remaining in the second quarter. And of our 20 points, we got the majority of those in a very quick time there in the first quarter. A very quick just run. And the momentum has definitely flipped to the Eagles' side so far. You know, coming into this game, McLean County, as you mentioned earlier, won our first 3 games, but never felt like we had put together a complete game. The first quarter, I feel like we looked as good as we have all season. If we can sustain that for 4 quarters, we're going to be tough to beat in the entire region. But here in the second quarter, we've seen a little bit of a letdown. We'll see if we can recover here coming out of this timeout. The Clay County student section really in it tonight. It's good to see. After a couple more than a couple of years of kind of a stagnant student section, it's good to see a lot of energy down there. We got somebody in the Cougar mascot costume and several students out wearing their blacks. Tonight's a blackout. I'm wearing my black. Didn't do that intentionally, but Manning drives. He is blocked by Patterson. Springer comes up with it, gets it out to Braden Bishop, who probes, gets it to Trey Englehart. Pull up, it is good. Trey Englehart, mid-range machine. And McLean County's back up 3 here with 4:25 to play in the first quarter. 4:22, I'm sorry.
And a good game that Englehart's having so far, and pretty reliable from mid-range jump shots, knocking down 3 of 3 so far from the free throw line.
Ohio County probing as they have 4 men out. They get it inside. Nice little turnaround by Davis. As Springer gets it across, shoved a little bit, no call. Springer.
Clark chasing down Manning, and Manning will have an open layup.
And with that, Ohio County jumps in front, 23-22. With 3:40 to play. Logan Patterson blocked from behind. Trey Englehart's able to chase it down. Trey Englehart crossover. He is fouled on the play. Let's see.
So that'll be a foul on Titchener. And you know, if they put their hands up before the whistle's even blown, calling it a foul, it probably was a foul.
Yes. Trey actually with a nifty little crossover right there. Titchener had to foul him to stop him from getting inside too much. McLean County just has to stop forcing things and be a little bit smarter passing the ball. Braden Bishop kicks it over to Jacob Clark, lines up a 3, and it is no good. Long off the back side of the iron. Ohio County up with it, going the other way. 3:15 to play. Ohio County leading by 1, and still 1. Trey Englehart is fouled on the play by Decker, who's trying to get his offensive rebound. And we have several substitutions here. Tanner Wilkerson, Zach Mims entering the game for McLean County. Shane Frady back in there for the Eagles as Mims gets it back to the middle to Patterson, who clears it up to Tanner Wilkerson. Good look by Bishop, inside by Patterson. Knocked away, and Ohio County's up with it. And Ohio County is very active with their hands. A lot of tip passes as they line up a 3. No good. Rebound by Jacob Clark. Big rebound right there. Somehow got it out of there. No foul on the play, but a heck of a one-armed rebound. Braden Bishop 4-3. It is good.
And Bishop knocks down the three.
He's been shown to be improved in that department a little bit this
The Cougars take back the lead after having a large one in the first quarter with 2.5 minutes left. And that's Manning who answers back with a three.
Bishop, heavy pressure, gets it across court to Mims. Mims gets it back up to Jacob Clark, swings it, and back to Mims. Patterson gets it on the extended block, back out to Zach Mims. Thought about a three, no good, gets it back out to Clark, and he's going to reset the offense. Bobbled by Mims right there.
And
should have been a tie-up. They're not going to call anything. 2-point basket good by Ohio County. Got to be strong with the basketball. You got to be sure-handed on catches. Got to be sure-handed on passes. Jacob Clark drives all the way. He scores for two. Strong drive by Jacob Clark right there.
Cougars now down one, 28-27.
Another 3-point basket by Manning is good. And the Eagles are starting to heat up here a little bit with 1:28 remaining. Quickly into front court to Tanner Wilkerson. He's got to be very careful. Gets into that spot. Gets it back out to Mims. Mims guarded closely by Manning. He drives middle. And offensive foul called on Zach Mims. A little bit out of control right there. Mims trying to make something out of nothing.
And Springer will check in for him.
Actually, he's going to stay on the – oh, there he goes. Okay.
And Dame will check in for Wilkerson. And so after the Cougars started out up 16-3, they are now down by 4 with a minute remaining in the second quarter.
Yeah, it's been really all Ohio County since about 18-5. Late in the first quarter is a nice pass right there by Decker. Multiple attempts, and they finally get it to go down, and Ohio County extends their lead out to 6. Jacob Clark quickly dribbles the ball into front court, trying to push it, skips over to Braden Bishop, gets it over to Isaac Springer in the corner, back out to Bishop. Wild pass corralled. Bishop breaks the defense, gets it to Springer, hand check by Decker. I believe that's his second, maybe third foul so far in this one.
And if he's in foul trouble, that'll be a problem for Ohio County as Springer will go to the line to shoot one in a bonus.
33.8 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. I apologize. I meant to switch that just a moment ago. Free throw no good by Springer. Rebound by Ohio County, and they're quickly on the attack. That's Manning, dribbles up, guarded by Springer. And if I had to guess, I'd say, well, never mind. Strong drive right there by, I believe that's Ferris. And Ohio County extends its lead out to 35-27. Bishop, no look pass to Dame, corrals it. They're going to say he dropped that shoulder. Offensive foul. Brady Dame here, 5.7 seconds to play in the first half.
And 35-27 right now.
Yeah, so Ohio County on a 30-9 run here as they quickly get the ball across. What a move right there by Manning. He is fouled on the play by Brady Dame. He was actually trying to pass that ball, so I wonder if they're going to reward him with 2 shots. They are.
He goes to the line like they are.
That is not a good call, in my opinion. He did leave his feet, but he had no intention of shooting that. Regardless, he's going to get 2 shots right here. Try to extend Ohio County's lead even further. First shot is good.
And hopefully we can get a spring back the other way in favor of the Cougars, as it looks like we're going to go into halftime. Either down 9 or 10, we'll see based on this free throw.
Second free throw is out. Patterson gets it, launches it, hits the rafters, and I believe they're just going to let it roll. Yes, they are. So at halftime, after a very strong start for McLean County, they now trail the Ohio County Eagles 36-27 here at McLean County High School. We are going to take a quick break here during halftime, but we will be right back on the flip side to bring you second half action. We are on the McLean County Sports Network. We'll be right back. All right, folks, and we are back here to start the second half. York Cougars trailing the visiting Ohio County Eagles 36-27 here at McLean County High School. After a very, very fast start from McLean County, things kind of slowed down in the second quarter. We kind of saw both teams give their best punches. Punch doled out and then a punch received as there's a foul called on Ohio County. McLean County led after one quarter 18-7, and then we're outscored in the second 30-9 as Ohio County has jumped up to a 9-point lead here. See if McLean County can get back on track. Entry pass to Englehart, skipped over to Patterson. Patterson trying to drive, spins, hook shot no good. Rebound by Trey Englehart. He clears it out to Jacob Clark. Fakes the three, drives in, no good on the layup, and it's going to go Ohio County's way.
Cougars just need to put a few possessions together and get back in this game, as we saw them go on a run early and then Ohio County went on a run. I think this may be one of those back-and-forth games where they just trade long runs.
It very well could be. Both of these teams, when they get hot, can put points up in a hurry. And we saw that twice in the first half as Logan Patterson gets a turnover, drives middle, a lot of contact there. He's going to draw the foul and go to the line 4-2. Errant pass picked up by Patterson. And we'll see if Patterson can get on track. Started out hot, came out, scored, I believe, 6 of McLean County's first 10 points, and slowed down a little bit, started forcing a couple of shots. See if you can see a couple of free throws fall. His first one is good. And that's the thing. Scorers like Patterson, like Clark, if they see the ball go in, good things can happen. The second one off the front of the rim.
Ooh. And as Patterson is run over by Frady there, I don't think it was intentional. Frady was just getting back to the other end of the court, and Patterson was standing there.
Good ball movement by Ohio County leads to a Frady lay-in. And again, Ohio County coming out with that full court pressure, really making the Cougars work. And there's going to be a double dribble called on Jacob Clark. I didn't see it, but somebody did.
I think he caught it and bounced it, like it bounced off his hands when he caught it, and then he picked it back up and started dribbling, which I don't think he ever had control of it, and I think they counted that as a dribble.
So Manning with ball, spins, gets it out to Ferris, 4-3, off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound, Jacob Clark gets to Braden Bishop. He pushes it into front court, drives, gets it out to Mims on the right side. He just checked into the game for Englehart. Clark finds Isaac Springer over in the corner, tipped back. It's going to stay on McLean County's side of the floor. And on plays like that, I'd like to see Springer uncork it from three a couple of times. I've seen him in practice quite a bit. He's pretty sure shot from deep. As there, Braden Bishop drags his pivot foot. It's going to be a walk and another turnover. Sloppy on both ends here to start the second half. So Manning dribbles it in the front court. Gets it over to Ferris, top of the key. To Frady. Frady trying to get it inside to Decker. Decides not to, and it's over to Titchener. Titchener dribbling up top, gets it over to Decker on the wing. The freshman Decker, well-built kid, 6'5", and not skin and bones, as they find Mr. Manning over in the corner, 4-3, quickly up in the front court. Ball tipped, and again, the pressure from Ohio County as Jacob Clark contests it.
Oh,
and
wow.
That is if they call a foul on Jacob Clark, that is non-existent. That is completely non-existent.
Touch him, was chasing him, was not. He didn't get there fast enough. He didn't even contest the shot, I didn't think.
I mean, Jacob slapped the backboard, but I did not see much contact.
It looked like Manning was already out of the way before Jacob even jumped.
Regardless, Manning to the line for two. First free throw is good.
And the Cougars down 14.
And there's going to be a
Englehart will check
timeout.
back into the game.
Timeout called by McLean County. here with 5:35 to play in the third quarter. Your Cougars trailing the visiting Ohio County Eagles 42-28 here at McLean County High School. And, this Ohio County defense, we did a good job early on of breaking the press, getting easy buckets, but it has been relentless. They continue to pressure our ball handlers and have forced many turnovers in this game, particularly in the second quarter and this quarter. It's very frustrating for our guys as we haven't had a whole lot of good looks because of all of these turnovers. Forced a little bit in the meantime, and we really haven't settled into our offense. See if they can regroup here.
And the Cougars with only 10 points in the second quarter, yet to score in the third with 2.5 minutes already elapsed.
No, we scored one. We had a free throw. No field goals, though. So Manning back to the line. His second attempt is up, and it is no good. Rebound by Patterson. Up to Bishop, and here comes that Ohio County pressure. Bishop's able to clear it, get it into the front court, finds Englehart, goes up for two, and it is good. And since Ohio County's been on this run, I'd say the one bright spot McLean County's had on the offensive side is Trey Englehart, the senior, showing shown to be a very good offensive weapon in the mid-range game. Decker kicks it over to Titchener on the wing. Cross-court pass back to Decker. Ferris trying to get into the lanes, cut off by Trey Englehart. Might have drug his foot there, but it's back out to Decker. He thinks about the three. And there is Manning for three off the front of the rim. And it's tracked down by Ohio County, but throws it right to Isaac Springer. And here come the Cougars. Springer finds Bishop in the corner for three, and it is no good off the back of the rim.
That would have been a big three there if Bishop was able to knock it down. It would put us back within single digits as Decker attempts a three, and that is good for Ohio County.
Decker caught that in rhythm. Nice short stroke, and extends Ohio County's lead out to 15, largest of the game. Bishop finds Englehart 4-2 off the front. Tipped by Patterson, no good. They're going to call a foul there. It's going to be against Shane Frady, number 21. And I believe that's going to put Patterson on the line to shoot two here with 4:12 to play in the third quarter.
Hopefully Patterson can knock down these free throws here. There's 4:12 left in the third, and the Cougars are down 15. That's the largest lead of the night for either team. And if you would have told me the Eagles would have the largest lead of the night after the Cougars started out 16-3, I wouldn't have believed you. But a hot run by them, accompanied by some good three-point shooting.
And we mentioned it when we were up big that this team can get hot and put points up in a hurry. And the pace they play at really, on both sides, really gives them those opportunities as Manning has the ball out, gets past Bishop driving and scores it. And Manning is putting on a clinic here tonight, both outside and inside. Just an offensive machine for Ohio County. As Springer trying to make something happen, and the ball is intercepted by Manning. He's on the break. He spins, cut off by Bishop, picked up by Patterson, outlet out to Springer, and Springer's going to lay it in for two. So big defensive stop right there. Ohio County's running, got numbers. Frady wide open, and he puts it in for two. So after the solid defensive play, turning a turnover into points, McLean County fails to get back, and it gives Ohio County an easy bucket. There's a foul, and that's on Manning, using his hands a little too much. That'll be the fourth foul on the Eagles this half. Zach Mims entering the game for Isaac Springer. Tanner Wilkerson coming in to give Trey Englehart a blow. And Braden Bishop brings the ball up into the front court. Tanner Wilkerson in the corner, gets it back out to Bishop. He switches it over to Jacob Clark, gives it to Mims in the corner, to Patterson at the elbow. He shoots, he scores. Nice jump shot by Patterson right there.
And Cougars still down 13.
Got to get stops on the defensive end at this point. As Trey Lewis entered the game for Manning. Gets it out to Ferris at the top of the key. There's Lewis from deep, and it's good.
And I'm sure if you looked at the number of field goals each team has hit, it wouldn't be that much of a difference, but the Eagles are just, seems like almost every time they score, it's a three-pointer.
Especially after the first quarter. In the first quarter, they couldn't get a three to fall. Now they've hardly missed one since. As Travis Phillips enters the game for Zach Mims. First time Travis has been in the game tonight. Trying to get some better ball handling into it, as Travis is pretty sure-handed handler of the basketball. Jacob Clark 4-3, and it rolls all the way around the rim and comes out. Jacob Clark is still looking for his shot that he had all year last year. Very cold so far in the early going this season. So Ohio County quickly across half court, wide open three-point basket, and Lewis knocks it down. And Ohio County is now extending its lead out to 55-36 here with 2:08 to play in the third quarter. Jacob Clark tight ropes, gets it to Travis Phillips inside to Tanner Wilkerson. Wilkerson dribbles back out. Nobody really pressuring him. Braden Bishop kicks it over to Jacob Clark. They're going to call a foul over there. It's on number 32. That's Culberson, sophomore.
And Clark shooting the ball after the foul. I think he just wanted to see it go through the net.
Did it go in?
Yeah, it went in.
Okay, I missed that. I was looking over here at the roster.
And Wilkerson will be checked out for Brady Dame.
Phillips gets it over to Englehart. Englehart over to Clark. He lines another one up, and again, no good. And Jacob Clark just out of sorts. And Trey Lewis is not. Three-point basket for Ohio County.
I think that's 9 in a row for Trey Lewis. 9 points in a row for him.
I think it's 3 3-pointers on 3 consecutive possessions. And Ohio County stretched this thing out to 22, and things are starting to get a little ugly here at MCHS. With this timeout, we want to thank our sponsor, Buck Creek Baptist Church, located just outside of Livermore on Highway 431. We appreciate Brother Tommy, everybody at Buck Creek, for supporting the McLean County Sports Network this year. We also want to give everybody a heads up. If you want to continue to watch McLean County High School broadcasts, just simply go to mchs.tv. Type that into your browser. It'll take you to our YouTube channel where you can see all of our live contests. Be sure to subscribe so you can see all of the games that we bring you. Dangerous pass. Logan Patterson comes down with it. He forces it up. No good. Brady Dame trying to get the board. Can't corral it. And here comes Decker in the Eagles. Gets it out to Lewis. 2-point basket. Good.
And Lewis, after not starting, is scoring a lot of points here in the third quarter.
And this might be kind of the breakout game for Mr. Trey Lewis, as Brady Dame lowers the shoulder, barrels over Culberson. That's going to be an offensive foul against Dame. And the big number 21, like we said, came out late, still trying to find his groove as well. We know the potential this team has, but we're just playing a little out of sorts right now. A little frustrating, or playing a little frustrated. So Ohio County moves the ball. It's going to be a hand check on Jacob Clark. And the frustration is setting in for number 2. Is that his third or fourth foul? Third foul on the night. Team foul number 3 for McLean County. And pass is mishandled by Davis inside, picked up by Mims.
And the Cougars have only gone to the line 7 times tonight.
And they're about to go back as Jacob Clark is fouled on the play by Culberson. And he needs to see one fall right now and get his confidence up. When Jacob Clark's hot, there aren't many shooters in the entire region that can hang with him. But he's still looking for that shot right now. Let's see if he can find one of these. There's one. And sometimes, Matthew, talked about it a couple of times last year when we were over in Muhlenberg County in the district tournament game. Jacob Clark went for 23 points in the second half over there, almost led McLean County back to a victory in the opening round. But all he needed to see was the ball go in the basket. Hopefully he can do the same here, as there's still plenty of time on the clock as Lewis drives, kicks to Decker. Decker for three, and I don't know what Ohio County's three-point shooting or their percentage is, but it is very high. As Clark gets it in the corner, he's driving, tight roping, gets it to Patterson. Patterson short, and rebound Ohio County. And Ohio County has a combination of a lot of things that are tough to handle. They are long. They have some experienced guards. And not only do their guards shoot it well, but their bigs shoot it well, as Decker is fouled there by Patterson on the three-point attempt. Right at the buzzer. And that's going to give him 3 shots here with just about a second left in the third.
And Patterson will check out of the game. And Cougars are going to make 3 substitutions here with only a second left in the third.
First free throw is good by Decker. Second free throw is short.
And here come in the substitutions with 0.9 seconds left in the third.
And looks like Cougars trying to give 3 of their starters just an extra couple of seconds to rest here. As the third shot by Decker is good. Inbounds, and Bishop shows off a decent throw. Didn't get into his back foot enough, though. He really threw that off his front. Couldn't get as much behind it as possible. But at the end of 3, McLean County trails Ohio County 38-65 here at MCHS. After a very hot start for the Cougars, it has been all Ohio County since the second quarter. And we'll see how the Cougars respond and see if we can get some things to build on as we advance on into this early season. This is only 4th game of the year for us, 3rd game of the year for Ohio County. A lot can happen over the course of a season. I remember back several years ago, I believe it was the 2014 season, Jacob Revlett was a senior that year. And first couple of weeks of the year, we went over to Ohio County, and we beat them by 24, 25 points. Just absolutely wiped the floor with them. About a month later, Ohio County comes back. If you remember, Matthew, that was the year that the roof blew off our gym, and we had to play some games at Calhoun and Livermore Elementary Schools. And Ohio County came into the Livermore gym. It was packed. It was an outstanding atmosphere. And after we beat them by 25, they turned around and beat us by 30. So
I was at that game sitting right under the scoreboard.
Right under the scoreboard.
And it was at Livermore Gym. I remember that game. I was there.
It's probably pretty tight seating. You were probably a small child, so it wasn't as tight for you as it was for me.
2014, I would have been in 6th grade, so I would have weighed about 90 pounds.
90 pounds. That's about the 3-point percentage for Ohio County since the first quarter. As Zach Mims gets the ball, Ohio County's has stretched this thing out to 30 points with that Trey Lewis three-pointer. Braden Bishop, good pass into Brady Dame, and he just can't handle it. And drive, and the ball's going to be out off of McLean County. 7:21 to play here in the fourth.
And Cougars down 30. It's hard to score 30 points in a quarter, much less come back from a 30-point deficit. But I just like to see something positive come out of this fourth quarter for the Cougars.
Exactly. In situations like this, it's frustrating. There's no other way to put it. It's very, very frustrating to be down like this, especially after a hot start and have all that positive energy early. However, you can't dwell on that. You have to go out, continue to play the game the right way, and see if you can't, like you said, bring some positives out of this negative. As Isaac Springer has the ball up top, and he tries to go in low. Brady Dame recovers and puts it up 2 points. Brady Dame.
And maybe that's what Brady Dame needed to get going.
And there's Decker, quick three, and it is good. And I can't remember the last time Ohio County missed a three-point attempt. But the thing about it is they're getting very good looks. They're moving the ball extremely well, and they're getting wide open looks. Like right there, Decker was really able to set up and step into that three. And the young freshman has a nice shot as Travis Phillips has it over on the wing, gets it over to Isaac Springer at the top of the key. Phillips trying to get it in low, have Brady Dave and Tanner Wilkerson both working in there. Springer drives, shoots, no good at the elbow. And here comes Trey Lewis and the Ohio County Eagles. Lewis gets into the paint, has the ball knocked away. Ohio County recovers. Lewis back out close to the top of the key, just to the right of it, resets the offense for the Eagles. He breaks down Phillips. The free throw jumper is good by Trey Lewis. And, at the beginning of the game, we were surprised that Lewis wasn't in the starting lineup. From what I hear, his first two games hadn't gone so great. Trey Lewis has been a star in this one. Trip Manning came out, Lewis came in as Travis Phillips lines up a three ball. No good. Brady Dame tries to get the rebound. And Ohio County, number 23, that's Grant Whitler, senior, throws it out. And Ohio County unload the bench a little bit here. Frustrating. Number 12, Dimitri Burbridge, junior, comes into the game, as does number 11, Josh Manning. Mims over on the left wing, dribbling. McLean County also made a couple of substitutions, and Manning steals the ball from Mims. How can he get on the attack? As Whitler drives into no man's land, gets it out to Manning. Lefty with the three-point shot. No good, but Davis is right there for the putback. Phillips drives into the lane and is fouled on the play. Travis Phillips showing no fear right there. Forces the issue, getting into the trees, and he's going to be rewarded with 2 shots from the free throw line. Phillips' free throw is good as Manning comes back into the ball game. He subs in for Jackson Renfro. But the combination of Manning and Lewis has been pretty deadly tonight as Phillips knocks down his second. Whitler with the ball up the top of the key. It's over to Burbridge. It's back to Josh Manning, number 11. And Trip Manning gets back at the top of the key, resets the offense, taking the air out of the ball a little bit. We've seen a very, very high energy, high voltage offense from Ohio County a lot tonight, and there's a walk by Burbridge. Took an extra step there. We're going to have another substitution for the Eagles. That's number 14, Isaac Southard. We're going to go Southard. Braden Bishop also back into the game for the Cougars. Gets it over to Travis Phillips on the wing. He gets it into the middle. Trey Englehart gets it over to Logan Patterson. Patterson stopped, and the ball is stripped by Burbridge.
I think that is the first time Patterson has been in this quarter.
Patterson comes up with the turnover there, and Bishop drives it in the front court. Back out top to Travis Phillips. Entry pass to Englehart. Skip pass to Jacob Clark. Three-point basket is good for number 2, Jacob Clark, his first of the night. good to see that. See if Jacob can get something rolling here at the end of this game, carry on into the rest of the season. As Whitler drives, they're going to say it's off on Englehart. I do believe it hit Whitler, but regardless, it's going to be Ohio County basketball. Manning looking to inbound it. And that's about 5 seconds. That was an awfully slow 5-second call. Manning gets it back in the corner. Dribbles back up top. And a consistency for Ohio County, especially since the first quarter, is smooth, very good ball movement, which has led to several open looks beyond the three-point line, as well as some gimmies, some little bunnies up close. As Manning drives on Bishop, kicks out to Whitler. He thinks about it, steps into the free throw line. No good. Tie up, nothing called, and Manning comes away with it. He drives, gets it inside, and now we're going to have a tie-up called. Possession arrow is going to go to McLean County. And here comes some more substitutions for the Cougars as Mims, Caleb Bub Johnson, and Mr. Brackett are coming in for the Cougars. Brackett and Johnson's first time in the game tonight.
And the only starter left on the court is number 2, Jacob Clark. And I think the reason for that is that if he can get some shots falling, that'll create momentum into later games.
I completely agree. I wouldn't mind him shooting every three that he saw from this point forward, to be honest. As the ball is intercepted by Mims, and he drives and cannot finish. Brackett with the offensive rebound, and he is fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. And looking ahead, McLean County has a quick turnaround after this game as they'll host Russellville here tomorrow afternoon at 4:30. And then next week, we'll also host Dawson Springs on Tuesday before going to the Whitesville Trinity Christmas Classic on Thursday the 19th. So several games upcoming here for the Cougars, as Brackett's second attempt is no good as well as his first. Here come the Eagles. Josh Manning dribbles in front court, gets the ball to Whitler on the wing. And ball is poked away by Brady Dame, who gets in there, and they better call that thing a tie-up. They better call that thing a tie-up,
yeah,
yes.
That's what it is.
Okay. Good effort there by Brady to hang on and stay in there. Did a complete somersault. And I believe there were a couple of words there by the officials to make sure nothing escalated. Let's see here, 2:10 remaining in this one. Ohio County with a considerable margin. Travis Phillips commits the hip check at the top of the key. And that will be McLean County's 6th team foul. So from this point forward, every foul in McLean County will lead to extra free throws for Ohio County. Step through by Culberson, and the finish. Big Euro step right there. Sophomore finishes tough. McLean County gets it into front court. Brackett receives the entry pass and gets a 2-point basket to fall. Looking at Ohio County's schedule coming up. They play Evansville Central tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And then they will have their second district matchup with Muhlenberg County next Tuesday up in Hartford. Davis out on the wing, guarded by Caleb Bub Johnson, number 31. Good to see Bub in there. He needs to cut his hair, though. 3-point attempt is good. And another 3 falls. That is number 5, Jackson Renfro.
And Renfro got sufficient playing time last year for the Eagles.
Yeah, he's kind of he's a hard worker. He's not one of the guys you're going to see put up a whole lot of numbers. As Brady Dame with 3-point attempt is good. but Renfro is a very good defender and moves the ball well in Tony Hopper's offense. And that's exactly the kind of player, that kind of glue guy that you need. As Ohio dribbling up top, Renfro kicks it into the corner. And that's going to be a turnover.
Good defense by Andrew Brackett there, forcing that turnover.
Yeah, Brackett cut off the baseline from Southard, and he dribbled it off his foot out of bounds. Here come the Cougars. Phillips kicks it into the corner to Bub Johnson. Bub thought about the three, but no bueno. Let's see if Mims gets it back to Bub. Three is up, and it is no good. It was online, just a little too hard. And it's funny seeing Manning come down the floor there. They're going to call a foul. I don't know if they should have.
Looked like a jump ball to me.
Brady Dame kind of just ran up behind him and grabbed it.
No, they're going to call a jump ball possession to the Cougars.
Good. That's what it should be. Wasn't anything malicious there. Mims, 4-3 to end it. No good. And that's your ball game, folks. It's McLean County, after starting out hot, falls to the Ohio County Eagles 50-80 here at McLean County High School in the district opener. You know, Matthew, it's a tough loss. Ohio County got extremely hot after that first quarter, and McLean County really couldn't recover. Ohio County continued. Their strong defensive play led to a lot of baskets, a lot of good opportunities on the offensive end, and that combo of Trey Lewis and Trip Manning, those two guards, put up big points, hit several three-point baskets, and really propelled Ohio County to this victory.
Yeah, Lewis had 24 points, and it seemed like almost all of them came in the third quarter, and then Manning had 15 of his own, and then Decker had 13. So they had some high scores tonight for the Ohio County Eagles. And for the Cougars, Patterson was the leading scorer with 13. Clark had 11, and Trey Englehart had 8, along with Dame's 7 points.
So a frustrating loss for McLean County here in this district home opener, but not the end of the world. Very early, a lot of improvement, but we're still waiting to see this complete McLean County team, as I don't feel we've seen their full potential just yet. So with that, we want to thank you all for tuning in this evening. We will be back at it next week. We are the McLean County Sports Network. Have a nice weekend.